everyone. Really happy that you're here. Welcome to the circle. I'm excited to be tapping with you. It's so good for all of us. And the circle is growing, and people are coming, and people are healing, and sending me beautiful emails talking about their experiences. And we'll talk more about that later. Tonight's circle, I want to focus on the ability to receive love. So whether that's love in the form of relationship, or love in the form of self-care, or love in the form of feeling worthy to earn what you want to earn, it's all about being able to receive, and whatever form of love that is. Support from the universe financially, or cuddles and kisses, or just feeling like you're worth your own time and attention. So let's see here. I want to get the link from you, Jennifer. Where did you put that link for me?
It's in the chat window there.
Okay, can you put it to me on Skype, please?
Yeah, I'll have to open up Skype.
I'm going to grab it from there so I can see everybody in the room. I'm having a little issue on my side of things tonight. Don't worry. So anyway, you can hear my Skype starting there in the background. I'm just going to grab this link from Jennifer so that I can make sure that I have a backup plan in case anything shifts on my side. Okay. Bear with me just a moment, okay? All right. Did you put that link there for me? So I'm going to continue while she does that. So I noticed that in my life that the ability to receive is something that I thought I was really good at. And I think I'm a lot better at it than I ever was before in the past. And it seems like the more people that are paying attention to this work, and the more people that are paying attention to my message, the more energy, love, appreciation, attention, success is coming my way, the more I have to push out on my ability to receive, because it was actually only as big as the previous version of myself, and that got comfortable. So I think you'll notice too that as you're growing and developing, you might think, gosh, I've already worked on this, I've already cleared it. The truth is that you're going to have to revisit some territory and get yourself a new pleasure threshold, you could call it, a new growth edge, because if you're continuing to develop, you're going to have to keep revisiting, for example, this ability to receive. You might have gotten comfortable at a certain level of income, which used to be your growth edge. You grew into it. Now it's normal for you. But every time you take it to the next level, you're going to have to push out a little bit further. And the unfortunate side effect is that it makes us feel like beginners. It makes us feel like, gosh, didn't the work I did before actually work? And the answer is yes. You're just at a new level. And so it's going to make you feel humble. It's going to make you feel a little nervous, maybe scared. You might have to deal with some more fear. That might feel very fresh, very new, similar to the way it did before. And yet, if you look at your life, you'll see that you've come a long way, that you used to have massive fear, and that maybe now you just have a little bit of fear. And although it's not as debilitating as it used to be, it still might feel a little paralyzing here and there. That's normal. So it is with life, and so we tap on through and keep moving. So that's the theme for me for tonight, and I'm curious to know what your theme is. And you can be thinking about what you want to work on, and I'm going to quickly introduce you to two main members of the Team Love Club. And the first one I'm going to introduce you to is Maya, and she's calling in from San Francisco. You'll see her pretty much every week, and she's one of our recommended practitioners. So if you need a really good one-on-one session, you can go to her website and sign up for a Skype session with her, and she's amazing. It definitely has helped me through a lot of hard times as well. So Maya, if you'd like to say hello to us and give us an inspirational story about how you used tapping recently to help people, that would be great. We'd love to hear what you're using tapping for.
Hi, everybody. So happy to be here. I like it for a few different reasons. I like being here because I get to work on my own stuff, and it really feels like I take the time to take care of the pieces that I'm in resistance to, and I also get to help other people, which feels really great. So let's see. This week, I helped a woman with vertigo. So in one session, she had been suffering from vertigo for a week and had already known about EFT, but came to me for a one-on-one session, and in one session, it got cleared up. So just getting private time with somebody can really help move things fast. And I'm here to tap today because I'm feeling on my growth edge around starting my own support group for people with chronic illness. And so I'm hitting a few things that I'm working through, and it feels really good to be here with all of you. So yay for all of us!
Thank you, Maya. I'm really happy that you're here too. I'd also like to introduce you to Jennifer. I realized that last week I forgot to introduce Jennifer because we had so much going on, and she's such a mainstay that for me she's like the other pillar in this temple that's helping hold the roof up and creating this beautiful sacred space for us to connect and move our inner work through. So Jennifer, thank you so much for being here. And maybe you want to share how you used EFT in the last week, either for yourself or someone else.
Hi guys, good to see everyone. I feel like it's interesting what you say about the two pillars, because I always feel like I'm on the exact same path in terms of whatever you're growing, whatever you're working on, Sonia, personally. I seem to have a mirror of that, or I'm relating to what your growth edge is well, and I think that happens to a lot of us with, the people that we spend a lot of time with. We seem to grow in certain types of patterns. Like if you're a woman, you seem to have similar times of the cycle, things like that. So I always feel grateful just to be sharing this and to be sharing the journey with Sonia as well. And I've definitely been feeling like in my own life the topic of potential coming up. And I've moved to this new town. I've moved down to LA about 4 months ago, and it's a place of so many opportunities, and there's many things that I could be diving into and bringing out my creative potential in. And I've moved from a small little country town, so I've had the opportunity of recognizing that and looking at any resistance that I have towards wanting to stay the same, and recognizing that staying the same, actually you can't stay the same. You're either moving forward or you're moving back, because like that stagnation kind of starts to pull you back a little bit as well. So I just started doing like an acting class, and just trying new things out in LA, and doing a lot of tapping around, okay, where does my potential want to take me, and giving myself the opportunity to look at that, and to look at the places within myself of feeling like I need to be small, or fear of moving forward and what that would mean if I move forward, and all of those belief patterns. And I'm using it a lot for that, and I can see the mirror in the journey with the World Tapping Circle, and just seeing how that's also an opportunity for us of like, what's the next step, how we bring in this new energy for this next level, because there'll be a next level with the World Tapping Circle. We want to bring in new members, we want to build our audience, we want to share the message more, we want to get it out. So that's another threshold that we're working on. What's our next level of potential? So I'm really grateful that Sonia brought that topic to the stage today, because we can all look at that and say, well, what's my next step? What's my next level of offering to the world around me? So, yeah.
Thank you, Jennifer. So let's hear from the people who are in the circle with us tonight. I'm always excited to know who's here and where you're logging in from. So if you could just put that in the chat and be patient here, because on my side it takes a few seconds for that to arrive. I'm saying hello to Gina from Austin and Celeste. And Celeste, thank you for sending me that little gift and card. It was really nice to hear from you, and I put those things in a special place where I can see them every day. So thank you so much for that. And Lily, hi. Good to see you here. Yay. Rhonda, new here, not clear on the themes yet, but I'd like to work on my own acceptance to what is. The themes are really just a point of departure. You're going to be able to tap on anything that you want to use this time for. I just like to bring something to the forefront as something to think about, because there's some people that just show up going, this is just my inner work time, and not even sure what I want to do. Miles, yay, glad you're here, Miles. Beautiful smile you have. Greetings from, you can hear I'm still clearing my cough. Let's see. Yay, Jennifer from Chiang Mai, Thailand. Yay. Meredith from San Francisco. Rob, who is in Berkeley. Christina, East SF Bay. Oh, glad you're back, Christina. Hello, Allison from San Fran. Sarah from Oakland. Jennifer Love has been from San Francisco. I was the guy in the front row in the latest SF workshops. Yay, hi Ben. Glad to see you. Or, well, you can see me, but I'm glad to chat with you. Annie from Tulsa. Yay. Okay, you're back and forth. And from Reno, Lily from Sydney, Australia, excited to be here. You saw me at Burning Man. I'm glad you're here. That's super exciting to get some Australians moving. Bringing some friends, honey, we're in the same time zone. And Rhonda from Las Vegas, hi. Holly from Berkeley. Marco from Austin, I saw you at dance. And Aaron from Austin, welcome. Ben from Portland. I'm happy that we're all here together. Thank you so much. All right, so hopefully you've chosen what you want to work on tonight, and if you haven't, I'm offering you the theme of being able to receive love or support, and how you can contribute because of that ability to receive to the world. You'll notice that we've gotten a lot of people in demonstrations today from all over the world, and the movement is moving. And the biggest reason that I wanted to start doing the World Tapping Circle is to help the movement move. So if you're someone who is an activist or someone who knows that you have something to contribute, or even hopes you have something to contribute, this is a way for you to clean up the doubt and the fear and the indoctrination from your environment, so that your beautiful genius and your natural gifts can come forward, and you can take the risks and dare to do what you need to do, and hold your beautiful spirit strong, stable, and true, and end up being an example for others who are watching you, which we're all watching each other. Whenever any of us make a move forward, then more people know that it's possible. So hopefully you're going to be able to inspire people just from hanging out, doing your inner work. That's all it takes. Okay, so without further ado, Jennifer's going to share with us the core causes questions. So if you're using a device that allows you to see the chat function, you will notice that in the pop-ins section over on the right-hand side of your screen is a button that says pop-ins. You're going to click it, and you're going to be able to hit the yellow button that says get started and take the survey. Otherwise, you're going to see it shared on the screen. And Jennifer, maybe you can make it even bigger for people who are doing this on their phones. And take the survey. We'll give you about 5 minutes. Please click submit. If you're not able to take it live, there's a PDF version on my website. If you're watching this on replay, soniasophia.us, World Tapping Circle drop down, Core Causes survey, and you can actually print out a PDF and write it down and check the boxes off there. The main reason I ask you to take this survey is just to help you dig down deep and get down to the root of your issue. So I will see you in 5 minutes.
Just so you know, that's as zoomed in as it'll go.
Okay, thank you. So you've got about 30 more seconds to finish up, and then I'm going to ask you to hit submit so we can look at the tally, okay? Okay, so go ahead and click submit. And Jennifer, will you do a screen share on the results, please? Okay, so why don't you hit refresh one more time in case there's a few more things that are still coming in. Sometimes we click it a little too soon and it takes just a little bit longer. Okay, so of the people who took the survey, we can see that there's kind of a wide variety of different things that people are working on. Relationship, transition and change, purpose. Okay, keep going. And the negative feelings associated with the issue, we've got fear at the very top with exhaustion and depression coming in. Alone, sad. Everyone start tapping your chest at this point, just as we're reading this list of negative feelings. You can kind of see that it's spread all across the board. Embarrassed, betrayed, helpless, hopeless, tired. Negative feelings will exhaust your body. So you see a lot of tired and exhaustion and overwhelm on this list every week. And what's happening is that your nervous system is so tied up trying to process or keep you from processing this stuff so that you can function, that it depletes your energy. So when you process your feelings consciously, you're going to get a lot of life force back, which is going to help your immune system. It's going to help your focus, your attention, your creativity, your sex drive, your ability to fight off diseases and illness, to recover from accidents or injuries. It's just amazing how much you're going to get back energetically from processing your feelings willingly. Okay, let's keep going. Everyone just tapping your chest and breathing. Negative self-talk. Let's see what we've been telling ourselves. I'm not good enough. It's impossible to heal. I don't have what it takes. What will they think? It's too late. I shouldn't have done this. I should have done that. I have to do it by myself. I'm too old. Everyone tapping and breathing. And a lot of people thinking, I can't do it. Okay, moving down the list. What does your culture say? Stop acting like a child. Why are you still in the same place forever? Well, I can answer that question. It's not your fault. It's unprocessed emotional debris will keep you in the same place until you are either tired or hurt or humble enough to deal with it, or you make time for it, which is why doing this work is so important because we need to be able to move forward, not keep getting snagged emotionally and psychologically in the same areas. Okay, thinking we have to work harder, it's a bad idea. Relationships are like supposed to be like in the fairy tales. Men are led by their dicks. It's easy. Oh, you're dirty, it's your fault. Keep tapping, everyone, tapping your chest. You deserve all the blame. If you were stronger, it wouldn't be the issue. Get over it, move on. You're supposed to do what you're told. Your needs don't matter, and he's too old. Keep moving, okay? A lot of dark energy. A lot of people feeling like this is kind of festering inside them. And that darkness that you can see on the scale is actually going to come out of your body, and you're going to get your light back. Okay, when did it start? Early in childhood for most people, you can see there. Keep moving. Who do you blame and hold responsible? Myself, mostly, it looks like. Some people, the family. Okay. Former partner. Who modeled similar feelings? Mom usually is the biggest role model. Dad comes in second. And also the different people that raised you. Okay, keep going, keep tapping. Noticing where you feel it in your body. A lot of people feel it in their stomach. That has to do with personal power. What would your issue feel like if it had a texture? Heavy, heavy, heavy. Sharp and heavy. Okay? What benefit do you think you're receiving by holding on to this issue? That's a really important question, because I believe that human beings are only doing what they feel is right, even if it's subconsciously misguided, 100% of the time. So you may be doing something to yourself that you don't even realize you're doing, thinking that you're helping yourself when really you're hurting yourself. And we'll get more into that later. Okay, but punishing the self or protecting the self. And how high are those numbers of emotional intensity? Most people are feeling pretty intense, somewhere between 7 and 10. Nothing underneath a 6. Okay, thank you, Jennifer. Let's see if we can get those numbers down and get some energy moving, okay? Great. All right, so following along with me, massaging the upper chest. I want you to feel around and see if you can find a sore spot in the front of the chest. Big deep breath, big sigh. Repeating after me and remembering that you can edit the words or change them to work with your own experience if what I'm saying doesn't really resonate for you. Okay? Massaging the sore spot in the front of the chest. Big deep breath, big sigh. Even though I have this issue, I'm open to loving and accepting myself. Okay, tap your eyebrows. Even though I have this issue, say what your issue is. Tap your temples. I'm open to loving and accepting myself. Big breath, big sigh. Make some sound. Big noisy breath. Tap your front of your cheeks. Part of me is really afraid. Tune into what part of your issue brings up fear for you. Tap into the nose. Part of me is really afraid. Big breath, big sigh. Good. Tap into your lips. I'm afraid that what? And tap your chest in a big circle all across your chest. I'm really afraid that what? Tune into that fear. Let yourself feel it in your body for a moment and breathe. Good. Tap down to the front of the ribs. I'm afraid that what? Tap the side of your rib cage, side seam of the body, so right across here. I love and respect myself, even though I'm afraid Say what it is you're afraid of. And tap the inside of the wrist. It's okay that I'm afraid. Big breath, big sigh, and just be okay for 15 seconds with the level of fear you have about your issue. Just accept it. There it is. Hervey's terrified. It's okay. Breathe. Tap the top edge of your thumb. I love and respect myself even though I'm afraid. Just accepting again that you're terrified. Tap the index finger. I'm scared that what? What are you afraid of? Say what it is. Tap your middle finger. I deeply and completely accept myself even if I stay afraid. Big breath, big sigh. Tap the bottom of your fourth finger. This fear that I feel where? Where do you feel that fear? Tap your little finger. This fear I feel where? Tap the side of your hand. I've been holding on to this fear, trying to protect or punish myself. Tap the top of your head, back of the head, the sides of the head. Part of me is really scared. Again, say to yourself, admit it out loud, what is it that you're scared of? Tap the eyebrows. I love and respect myself. Tap the temples. Even if I stay afraid. Tap the front of the rib, not ribs, cheeks. Tap under the nose. I'm allowing myself, tap under the lips, to release some of this fear now. Breathe. Good. Tap your chest. I'm releasing some of this fear about, say what it is. Good. Tap the front of the ribs. Let's say it again. Let's say it 4 or 5 times. I'm releasing some of this fear about what? Say it 2 or 3 more times. Good. Tap the side of the ribs. It's safe for me to release more of this fear. Tap the inside of the wrist. It's safe for me to release more of this fear. Big breath. Beautiful. Tap the side of the thumb. This fear is trying to save me. What's it trying to save you from? Go ahead and just say it out loud. This fear is trying to save me from what? Tap your index finger. Say it again. This fear is trying to protect me from what? Tap your middle finger. Even though I have this fear and it feels protective, I love and respect myself. Tap the bottom of your fourth finger. I'm allowing myself the possibility of clearing this fear. Tap your little finger. No matter how long it's been here, tap the side of your hand. Big breath, big sigh. Tap the top of your head. I love and respect myself. Good, beautiful. Tap the back of your head, the sides of your head. Tap the eyebrows. Even with this remaining fear, tune into the fear you have. See if you can still feel it. Beautiful. Nice big deep breath, tapping your temples. And tap the front of your cheeks. I accept this fear. Tap under the nose, even though I've been holding on to it in an effort to what? Why have you been holding on to it? Tap your chest. I've been holding on to it because... Beautiful. Tap down to the front of the ribs. Holding on to this fear. Tap the side of the ribs, holding on to this fear. Tap the inside of the wrists to the opposite hand this time. Why am I holding on to this fear? Big breath, big sigh. Tap the side of your thumb. I'm holding on to this fear because I think what? It's making me burp. I think it's protecting me. From what? Tap your index finger. Is it really protecting me? So here's the question I have to ask you. So you know probably at this point that whatever you're meditating on and putting a lot of emotional energy behind is actually part of what you're creating for yourself. In order to create something, you've got to think about it a lot, you've got to feel into it, you've got to act as if it's happening, and imagine yourself in the scenario. That works for positive and negative. So if you're dwelling a lot on all the bad things that could happen, you're actually bringing them closer and closer to you by putting all that emotional and psychic energy behind it. So what we're doing now is alleviating that tension by putting some unconditional love and acceptance into that folder so that it can drain out the fear and we can start to create something else with our intention. Tap the bottom of your fourth finger. I accept the part of me that feels really scared about what? Beautiful. Good job. I can feel you changing. I really can. Tap your little finger. I love and respect myself, even if I've been holding on to this fear because I'm afraid of what? Tap the side of your hand. I love and respect myself, even if I stay terrified deep down. Now tune in right now and see if you're still secretly terrified deep down and you're saving it for later, for after the circle is over, so that you can be scared once again because it's familiar to you, right? Big breath, big sigh. Tap the top of your head. I accept this familiar fear. Why are we accepting it when we're trying to get rid of it? Well, I'll tell you that if you can accept something, it will disappear. If you push against it, it glues you to it forever. So tap your eyebrows. I'm accepting this fear. Big breath. It's okay that I'm scared. Tap the cheeks. Where did you pick up this fear? How old were you when you started fearing this? Who in your family modeled it to you? Was there someone you grew up with that had the same kind of fear and showed you over and over and over, this is how you never get over it? Tap your chest and breathe. I love and respect myself, even though I'm terrified, and this exhausts me and slows me down. Tap the front of the ribs. Tune into that fear again and see if you can still feel it. I feel this fear in my, where do you feel it in your body? Tap the side of the ribs. This fear about, say your issue again, that I feel in my where? Tap the inside of your wrist. I'm allowing myself to love and support myself. Big breath, big sigh. Tap the side of the thumb. I'm releasing my need to be controlled by this fear. Big breath, big sigh. This is a big one. Tap your index finger. I'm so used to being controlled by this fear. Tap your middle finger. I'm used to being controlled by this fear. Big breath. Tap the bottom of your fourth finger. I don't have to be controlled by this fear anymore. Big breath. Can you say that a little more enthusiastically, please? I don't have to be controlled by this fear anymore. I refuse to be controlled by this fear any longer. Big breath. Good job. Tap your little finger. It's safe for me to release this fear. Tap the side of your hand and breathe. So let's do a quick check-in and see how everyone's doing on the issue of fear, but also kind of where you are in your numbers around your whole issue. So if you'll just put in the chat window what number you rated your issue at, if you were able to rate it, say it was an 8, and where you think it is now, just so we can get a sense of how people are doing. Okay? And while we're waiting, or after you've done chatted that message in, I want you just to tap your chest and breathe and focus on the intensity remaining of your issue. So big deep breath. Tuning in to the remaining issue number and putting that in your chat. I'm just going to wait here for a few seconds to see what's happening. Okay, so it looks like numbers are dropping. Good, going from a 9 to a 7, a 4, or a 7 to a 4, an 8 to a 6, an 8 to a 9. Yep, you can see where it's permeating, Meredith. That's good. I'm glad you're getting awareness, not just clearing, but awareness. Adrian's dropping from an 8 to a 5. Annie was a 6, now a 4. Aaron is down from a 7 to a 6. Well, I guess it's Jeremy using Aaron's account. Okay. Good noticing, Christina, where you're at. Big waves of sadness coming. Okay, it was a 9, now it's a 6. Great. Everyone keep tapping and breathing. Down from a 5 to a 2. Nearly gone, Lily. Congratulations. And Allison, looks like we haven't quite found the right words for you yet, but we will. Robert's going down. Jennifer said 797. Okay, sadness underneath it. Okay, and you are going to get some different bodily sensations as we go, but you're fast forwarding through years of trauma and pain. So just hang out with the sensations and breathe, okay? Just relax. It's totally normal for your body to process this quickly. It's just we haven't seen it done a lot on this planet yet. It's kind of new. So massage the front of your chest and breathe. Even though I'm discovering what's underneath this fear is what? Say what that is for you. Tap the eyebrows. I love and respect myself. Tap the temples. What's underneath this fear is? Tap the front of the cheeks. It's okay. Big breath, big sigh. Just accept what you're feeling and what you're realizing and how it feels in your body. If you can just accept it for a few seconds, it will start to release. Tap under the nose and breathe. Tap under the lips. I love and accept myself. Tap the chest, even with this feeling of what?
Even with this feeling of fear.
that I feel where? Tap down to the front of the ribs. I accept this fear and this feeling of what? What do you realize is underneath the fear? Tap the side of the ribs and breathe. Tap the inside of the wrist. I love and respect myself, even though I don't want to face this. It feels like it's too late. It feels like I'm permanently damaged. Big breath. Tap the side of the thumb. Even if part of me feels like it's too late, that I'm permanently damaged, that I can't do this. Tap your index finger. It's possible I'm doing it. Tap your middle finger. It's possible that I'm clearing this. Tap the bottom of your fourth finger. It's possible that it's healing right now. Big breath, big sigh. Beautiful. Tap your little finger. I'm healing these feelings underneath my fear of what? Tap the side of the hand. I love and respect myself. Tap the top of the head. Even with this old feeling of what? Let's just stick with that one feeling for a few minutes, okay? Tap the eyebrow. This old feeling of, say it again. Let's chant it 4 or 5 times. Tap the temple. This old feeling of. Tap the cheeks. This old feeling of. Tap under the nose. This old feeling of. Tap under the lips. I picked it up when I was how old? And tap the chest. And it came from where? Tap the front of the ribs. I'm going back to take care of that earlier version of myself. This little, how old were you again? Teenage version, 5-year-old version, 3-year-old version of yourself. Tap the side of the ribs and breathe. I'm taking care of this earlier version of me. Big breath, big sigh. Send that younger version of you some love. And tap the inside of the wrist. I love and respect myself, even if part of me feels frozen from that time. Tap the side of the thumb, even if part of me still feels what from that time. Tap your index finger. Let's say that again. Part of me still feels what? Can you say that 4 or 5 times? I still feel what from that time? Big breath, big sigh, big noisy breath. Beautiful. Tap your bottom of your fourth finger. I'm releasing this trapped pain from all the way back then. Tap your little finger. This trapped pain about what? Tap the side of the hand. That's when I started feeling what? And tap the top of the head, and I started thinking what? What did you start believing was true about you or the world at that time in your life? And tap the eyebrows. I started thinking I was what? Say it again. Just say that one word. For example, incompetent. Right? So just say that one word. Say it 4 or 5 times. Breathe. Say it again. Tap your cheek. Tap under the nose. Say it again. Tap under your lips. One more time. Big breath. Tap your chest. I'm releasing this deep old belief that what? Beautiful. Tap the front of your ribs. This remaining belief. Tap the side of the ribs. This remaining belief. Say the belief again. Tap the inside of the wrist. This remaining belief that what? I love and respect myself even with this belief. Tap your index finger. I'm open to releasing this belief that I picked up when I was how old? From who? Tap your middle finger. Who would I be if I stopped believing this? Tap the bottom of your fourth finger. Who would I be if I let this go? Big breath, big sigh. Ask yourself that 3 times. Who would I be if I let this go? Who would I be if I stopped believing this? Who would I be if I let this go? Big breath. Beautiful. Tap your little finger. I'm open to loving and accepting myself, even though this belief of, say your belief again, tap the top of the head, has become a big part of my identity. Tap the eyebrows. I'm allowing myself to release this old identity. Tap the cheeks, which is really just an old habit. Tap under the nose. This is an old, energetic habit. Tap under the lips. I love and respect myself. Big breath. Tap your chest, even with this old habit. Tap the front of the ribs. Let's do another quick check-in. Tuning into your issue, but before you start chatting, let's see if we can release a little bit more. Tap the side of your ribs. Ask yourself, what number do you give your issue now? And just hang out with however intense your issue is and wherever you feel it in your body. Just give yourself about 30 seconds of just accepting the number and the feeling in your body that lets you know how intense your issue is, and breathe. Just accepting it. There it is. It's in my stomach or it's in my shoulders. I accept that it's what? What number? Tap the inside of the wrist. Good. 5 more seconds. Just accepting the intensity of your issue. Big breath. Tap the side of your thumb. Okay. So if you've got the chat function available, put it in the window. What was your issue to begin with? Where it is now? And what do you think is holding it together? When you're done chatting it, or if you're watching this on replay, you might want to just write that down so that you can see what it is and track your progress, which really helps. You're actually making huge progress in a very short period of time. Tap your middle finger. Chatting or tapping, those are your 2 options right now. Okay. So I just want you guys to know that although I love that you're supporting each other in the chat window, I'm also really going to kind of discourage you from talking too much amongst yourselves because it distracts you from focusing on your own issue. It'd be like if we were actually in person in a group, but you're like whispering in the back row. And really what you each want to be doing here is getting what you personally came for. I know we came here to love and support each other, but do try to focus on your own particular issue because this isn't a great place to give advice or tell people this or that. And people can be really sensitive right now, so you don't know when you might trigger someone accidentally without meaning to. And we want everyone to stay really safe and happy about participating. Okay? All right, so great. Gina's down to a 5. Robert's going down to a 7. Great. Releasing the idea that I can't do things. Beautiful. Tired of worrying about this. I'm ready to let it go. Great. Miles went from a 7 to a 3. Aaron going down from a 7 up to a 9. You're going to see that spike sometimes as you defrost, and now down to a 6, which is great. Ask yourself where you got that idea, Aaron, that you're a burden. Annie says, feelings are stronger, but they're transmuting. Great, beautiful. Oh, you guys are doing so well. I'm so happy to see this. Okay. Okay, so keep tapping and just accepting the sensation, Rhonda, in your body. Wow. Great, Gina. From a 9 to a 7 to a 5 to a 4, lots of burping and yawning. And you will be, hopefully, I assume you all did what I said to do in the emails when you first come in, which is watch those 3 prep videos to help you understand that burping and yawning and wiggling and squirming and sweating and crying are all part of this, but, you know, you're fast-forwarding 3 years of garbage, so it's going to come out some way. All right, back to your chest, everybody. Big breath. Even though I feel my issue where do you feel it in your body? And it still feels like a what? Say your number. It's okay. I love and respect myself. Good. Let's tap the eyebrow. Big breath. Tap the temple. The part that's holding it together for me is what? Tap the front of the cheek. Say it again. The part that's still holding this together is, and then say what it is. Big breath. Tap into the nose. Is there a memory involved with this? If there is, this is a good time to think about that memory as you tap. Tap the front of the chest in a big circle. I love and respect myself. Tap the front of the ribs, even though this happened. So think about what happened. Maybe you have a specific memory. Maybe it's just something that happened so many times it became just a fact of life. Tap the side of the ribs, even though this happened. Say it again. Tap the inside of the wrist. I love and accept myself, even though this happened. Big breath, big sigh. Good. Tap the side of the thumb. I'm cleaning up what happened. And tap the index finger. I'm open to forgiving everyone involved, especially myself. Tap the middle finger. I've been blaming myself. Tap the bottom of the 4th finger. How long have you been blaming yourself? Tap the little finger. Would you blame a child? Would you blame somebody who was the same age you were when this pattern started for you? Would you blame them indefinitely? Do they need to be like locked up forever and have the key thrown away? Tap the side of the hand. I'm open to releasing this old feeling of what? Tap the top of the head. That started when? Because of why? What was happening? Tap the temples. I'm releasing the pain and the trauma. Tap the cheeks, even if it's become a huge part of my life. Tap under the nose, even if it's become my identity. Tap under the lips, and I've gotten comfortable living underneath this limitation. Big breath. Tap the chest. I've gotten comfortable living underneath this limitation. Tap the front of the ribs. Part of me's just used to it. Tap the front of the ribs. Part of me's used to what? Say what it is that your limitation has created for you. Tap the side of the ribs. I'm forgiving myself for feeling comfortable in this limitation. Tap the inside of the wrist. I thought it was protecting me for a long time. Tap the side of the thumb. I love and respect myself. Tap your index finger, even though I've gotten really comfortable thinking what? Tap your middle finger. I've gotten really comfortable believing what? Tap the bottom of the fourth finger. It's safe for me to go beyond this limitation. Tap your little finger. I'm moving us all forward right now. Tap the side of the hand. Who's involved in this issue? Who's karmically, emotionally, psychically, physically, mentally, emotionally involved? So when you say, I'm moving us all forward, you're actually dissolving all of that tangle by you saying, okay, this is clearing inside me now. And every single person involved in your issue is getting a psychic email of release and relief. Even if they don't deserve it, it's going to clean up that karmic bond of pain. So you don't have to keep swirling around and around, replicating it within yourself or your relationships. Tap the top of the head and breathe. I'm open to forgiving everyone involved, starting with myself. Send a huge wave of forgiveness to yourself for whatever part you played in keeping this issue going. Tap the eyebrows, including being afraid, or angry, or sad, or just not having the right support or information about what to do with these feelings. Big breath. Tap the front of the cheeks. I'm open to releasing myself. Tap under the nose, and everyone involved. Tap under the lips, including who? Name those people, will you? Tap your chest, and who else? Say it again, tap the front of your ribs. Even if I'm still angry, tap the side of the ribs. Or sad, I'm releasing this for all of us because I can. Tap the inside of the wrist. I'm releasing this for all of us because I can. They couldn't cope with it. They didn't have the love and support they needed. Tap the side of the thumb, or this wouldn't have happened. Tap the index finger. I'm releasing this for myself. Tap the middle finger. And for everyone involved, big breath, sending everyone forgiveness as much as you can, especially you. Tap the bottom of the fourth finger. I'm allowing myself to receive the love and support. Now, breathe. Good. Tap your little finger. It's safe for me to receive this love and support. Breathe. Imagine yourself feeling really loved and understood. All the way down to the tiniest level of where this issue started. Every little detail of how it's been playing out, how long the struggle's been going on, how it's affected your body, your life, your emotions, and your potential. Tap the side of the hand. I love and respect myself, even if I've been withholding love from myself and everyone involved. Tap the eyebrows. I'm allowing the love to touch me, to clear it. Big breath. Tap the cheeks. It's safe for me to receive this love and support. Tap into the nose. Let's say it again. It's safe for me to receive this love and support. Tap under the lips. I love and accept myself. Tap the chest. I'm allowing this love in to touch my body, to touch my life, to clear my heart. Tap the front of the ribs. Even if a part of me is resisting receiving this love and support, tune in and see if there's a part of you resisting. Ask yourself, why would I be resisting receiving love and support right now on this topic? Tap the side of your ribs. Can you ask yourself 3 times? Why would I be resisting receiving love and support right now? Why would I be resisting receiving love and support right now? Makes me burp. Tap the inside of your wrist. I'm resisting receiving this love and support because why? Because it would make me grow? Because it would make me cry? Because then I would have to, what? Mature? Or step up? Or reach out? Tap your middle finger. I've been afraid of receiving this love, this understanding and support. Why? Tap the bottom of your 4th finger. I'm releasing this fear now. Tap your little finger. It's safe to release this fear. Tap the side of your hand. I'm releasing my resistance. Tap the top of your head. Tune in and see if you still have resistance about clearing your issue. And if so, what's the resistance about? Tap the eyebrows. And tap the temple and breathe. I accept this resistance. Tap into the lips. And if it's hard to accept it, then say, I can't accept this resistance. And say that 3 or 4 times. Tap your chest. This remaining resistance to clearing my issue. Big breath. Tap the front of the ribs. This remaining resistance to clearing my issue. Tap the side of the ribs. I'm receiving love and support. The question came in from who? From where? Well, from everywhere, starting with your own love and support, which you probably been denying yourself, but also love and support from everyone, from the universe, from people that you meet, from friends and family, from the people involved, as weird as that may seem. If you're open to it, you just might get it. You have to allow it to exist in your mind. Tap your index finger. It's safe to receive this love and support now. Big breath. Tap your middle finger. Tune into your issue and see what number you would give it now. Let's have another quick check-in. So just put that number, what was it at the beginning, where is it now, into the chat window, and when you're done chatting, you're going to be tapping on your chest and breathing while we're waiting for the others to finish. So Jennifer says it's gone from a 9 to a 4. She's having great realization. And Celeste is saying the energy is moving through her chest and throat, and she's feeling a lot of pain moving through her body. Keep accepting it. It's coming out, Celeste. Okay? So just relax. You can do this. Keep breathing and just accepting what your body is feeling right now. Big breath. Just waiting for some remaining comments to come in. Yay, Annie, from a 6 to a 4 to a 2. Okay, so there we go. Robert, the embarrassment is keeping you from moving it. So even if you're just going to admit it to yourself, you're going to have to deal with that wave of shame and embarrassment around it. So just keep tapping and let yourself acknowledge you've done great right now just to say, I'm embarrassed. Okay? So Allison Sunny has gone down from an 8 to a 2. Woohoo! Rhonda, looks like it was a 10, then a 6, then a 1 or a 2, and now it's back to a 2, and the back pain is lessening. Yay! Back pain often has to do with storing things from the past because it's back there. If it's lower back pain, it's often about support. So check in and see if that can take the rest of it, about letting yourself get the support you need and feeling supported. Okay, Christina, you are unfolding it. Write those things down there, that love for me does not exist. So I'm glad you're starting to notice how you've been canceling out love. And that means you're going to start getting it back now because you're starting to be willing to let it in. Gina, 9 to a 2, so much burping. I know, it's weird, isn't it? Where does the air come from? I don't understand. It's never smelling like food. I think it's just energy, trapped energy. Meredith gone from a 9 to a 7 to a 4. Yay, you're feeling unconditional sweetness towards yourself. Miles from a 7 to a 1. Lily is ready for the next chapter. I thought you might be. She's down to a 0. That's great. Sarah says 9 to a 3. Hard to receive love from the people involved, but the idea feels calming and allows me to let go of the hurt and anger and disappointment. Beautiful. I just want to say that a lot of times we can actually get addicted to the feelings that we've had replaying over and over. So just to allow yourself to process those underlying feelings will kind of break that addiction of expecting them to be there and then sometimes inadvertently causing them to be there because of the expectation. Jennifer is down to a 3. Yay! Good, good, good. Adrian says down to a 3 or a 2. Energy buzzing. I haven't had this energy in tapping for a while. It must be that you hit a gold mine in there today. Okay, Rhonda, yes, lower back pain. Okay, that's usually about support. 8 to a 3, Ben, part of me is still wanting to hold on to the fear of failure to keep me safe. Keep tapping. It seems to be layered, this fear. Once I burst through one level, then another one of fear of failure is there, but they feel different, right? Because they're getting less and less intense. And, you know, cleaning up our lives and moving ourselves forward, you're going to find new areas and new feelings as we go through this life. But they don't have to be debilitating. And you can do so much with your own attention and consciousness. And we're just starting to discover what's really possible and what's built in to these beautiful bodies. Okay? So let's finish up. Massaging the chest. Even though I still feel, and then for you guys who are already down to zeros and ones, you'd be saying, even though I'm curious about what's next, I'm allowing myself to discover and explore, okay? For the rest of you, it's even though there's still something left, and say what it is. Big breath. Tap the eyebrows. I'm allowing myself to move myself forward. Tap the cheeks. It's safe for me, tap under the nose, to begin to imagine, and tap under the lips. What would you really enjoy having happen around your issue? What would the optimum outcome be for you? We're going to start creating that now. So tap your chest. I'm allowing myself to imagine what? What's this positive optimum outcome? My body recovering? My heart feeling connected, open, receptive. Tap the front of the ribs. My ability to what is increasing? We say that 4 or 5 times. My ability to what is increasing? And tap the side of the ribs. My ability to what is increasing? And tap the inside of the wrist. My ability to what is increasing? The side of the thumb. I love and respect myself. And I'm allowing myself this new possibility of what? And tap your index finger. I want you to imagine that new possibility. What would it be like for this issue to disappear? How would you be living your life? How would you be moving around in your body? Tap your middle finger. How would you be sitting right now on whatever you're sitting on if this issue were healed? Good. Tap the bottom of your 4th finger. I'm allowing myself to heal this. Tap your little finger. I want you to describe your healed scenario. I see myself doing what? Try to imagine it. Tap the top of the head. Keep describing it. Get vivid with those details. Eyebrows. Temples. Big breath. I'm allowing myself the possibility of what? I'm allowing myself the possibility of succeeding. Tap the chest. In this area of what? Tap the front of the ribs. Even if there's still some more things for me to process, I'm going to tap the side of the ribs. I'm allowing myself to make progress right now. Tap the inside of the wrist. I'm allowing it to lighten up, for me to move forward. Tap the side of the thumb, for things to flow smoothly. Tap your index finger. It's safe for me to do this now. You say that again with a bit more enthusiasm. It's safe for me to do this now. Tap your middle finger. I'm allowing myself to do this. Tap the bottom of the fourth finger. I'm creating the experience of what? In your mind, what would you like to have the experience of? Tap your little finger. I love and respect myself. Tap the side of your hand. And I'm allowing myself to feel good, to be connected, to receive love, to succeed, to feel relaxed and courageous, to feel healthy and strong. Tap the eyebrows. I can do this. Tap the temples. I am doing this. Tap the cheeks. This is happening for me now. Tap into the nose. Big breath, big sigh. Tap all over your body. What would you like to say to cheer yourself on? What do you really need to hear? Tap everywhere, all over your body. Well done. So let's just sit here for a second together and integrate. And tell yourself just to integrate this experience. Good. You got one more chance to put something in the chat window if you want to let me know how you're feeling. I'd also love to know what the experience of this circle is for you. And while you're doing that, I'd also like to tell you that each week we're getting more and more people subscribing. The circle's growing. And I would love to help you support the people around you so that you have even more flow in your community, more flow in your household, more flow with friends and family where you can share this practice with them. Because every single person I know and see is struggling with something and they need support and love, and oftentimes they're not sure how to get it. And this is a really fast, really inexpensive, super effective way of helping the people that you care about. So it's a personal request from me to you that if this is really truly helping you, and you've been here enough to see that it really is helping you, that you reach out this week to 2 or 3 people and say, hey, come tap with me. I want you to turn people on to what's possible so that we can help move the movement, right? Energetically and psychically, we're all connected to hundreds and hundreds, really thousands and thousands if you take it all the way back to the bloodline. And each person that gets in here and starts really getting the support they need and moving their stuff is affecting thousands and thousands of other people on so many different levels. Physically, emotionally, spiritually, politically. So if you really want to see this movement of transformation on this planet change, and you want this circle to be strong and robust, because I built it to really be able to accept thousands of people at a time. And that took thousands and thousands of dollars and 2 years worth of attention and lots of love and faith and trust. And we're just starting out, so please help us to grow. There's 3 things that you can do. You can email me with a short testimonial and a photograph of yourself, and I can put that up so that people see that it's not just me, but it's also people that they know and love that would vouch for having great experiences tapping. You could do a little video, 1 to 3 minutes, and I'll choose a few to put up on my website or to send out in an email as a testimonial. We would love to see your faces and hear what you have to say about tapping. Or you could get on Facebook and vouch for your experiences and get on the World Tapping Circle webpage on Facebook and like it and talk about it, share my blogs or emails that I send you. Those would all be ways that you could help other people understand what's possible. So we're really reaching out and saying, let's get this party started in a big way. Let's get, 200 or 300 more people tapping with us each week. Wouldn't that be fun? I think so. All right, sweethearts.
Just wanted to give everyone a shout out. I'm going to put a little button on the screen if you want to let anyone know that's interested in doing more of an intensive with Sonia. She has a retreat coming up. There is in your pop-ins menu area Sonia's upcoming retreat. You can click that and that'll take you to Sonia's EFT retreat that's happening in November. And if you want to have a little buzz about that too, it's going to be a great retreat.
Thanks. If you're interested in studying with me, and I recognize some names in the chat tonight of people who are coming or have said that they're interested, we're going to do 8 days to take you from beginning level to intermediate level. And what happens in those retreats is that we do a ton of tapping, we do some dancing, some beautiful, beautiful processing, swimming, hot tubbing, lots of healing work on yourself so that you clear your own issues as well as learning how to do this for the people that you love. You don't have to be dedicated to being a professional, but you have to be dedicated to using it to help not just yourself but other people as well. So that's the 8 days in Northern California, and then if you want to stay on for, it's 9 days. If you want to stay on for the next 8, I'll take you to the advanced level for people who want to do this professionally and to really make their mark on the world and work with any type of people. It could be kids, could be women, could be men, any variety of issues. So thank you, Jennifer, for reminding me to mention the retreat. That's the next big thing I'm doing. And I was tapping on it tonight, making sure that it's a lot of time for me to hold space for 18 days solid, but it's also something that I absolutely love. And this is the first year we're doing it in America. We've been doing it in Italy for the last 3 years. So I thought I'd make it more accessible by doing it here. So thank you so much, everyone. Love you. Thank you for sending in your beautiful comments. Yay. I'm so pleased. And thank you for sharing this information. Really help us move it, okay? Love you all so much. Thank you.